Hey there, Captain Mutant here. And is LEGO's new and improved parts ordering service everything we've been clamoring for? Or just lipstick on a pig? Wait, what? Ordering spare parts from LEGO.com was always a bit of a weird experience. For one thing, there were two services with separate inventories and sometimes different prices for the same parts. The one LEGO steered you towards was Bricks and Pieces. It's where you went to if you clicked on replacement parts at the bottom of their web pages. This one had a wealth of pieces available, but if you didn't know the part number, you were pretty much screwed. Thankfully, at the back of all instruction booklets is a parts list, and next to every part is a number. Type that number in the search field, and you'll find what you need, as long as it's still being produced. Another way would be to type the set number to look at all available parts for that model. Not all pieces were present. This is especially true for IP sets, and nearly always for specialized minifigs, but you could at least scroll through and pick anything else you wanted. The second service is called Pick-a-Brick. This one is so much more user-friendly. You can search by keyword, not just by part number, and have a bunch of useful filters to help you browse all available pieces, except the selection was dire. Here, check this out. Click on the category filter, and you see there are 4 minifigure parts, 20 minifigure accessories, and only 134 bricks. And that includes color variations. I mean, really, who has ever shopped there and felt satisfied with their experience? But now, LEGO are making changes, and they're rolling out a new system which combines the search versatility of Pick-a-Brick with a massive inventory of bricks and pieces. Win-win, right? Well, let's take a closer look. Let's quickly check that category filter again. Oh look, not only are there additional categories, but minifigure parts now has 1,105 items in there. Accessories, that's 969, and bricks, 3,317. Now that's more like it. You can also narrow down your search. Say we choose minifigure parts, then use the subcategory to only see the various hair pieces. That's still over 200 of them. But you can go further. Click on Color Family and select Green to see all currently available parts in that color. Click on White to add those to your results. It's a great way to look for pieces and find what you're looking for, although I'd like to see an option to separate Duplo, Technic, printed pieces, minifigs, and mini dolls from each other, for instance. You can of course type in a part number or browse through a set's inventory as before, and keyword search is there too. If you like to order in bulk, you'll be pleased to see that the maximum quantity has been upped from 200 to 999. But perhaps the very best feature, as far as I'm concerned, is that your order isn't forgotten if you accidentally close the page or take too long to order. In the past, both of those were an absolute pain, especially if you ordered a lot of pieces, as I often do. You were constantly aware that any misstep could spell disaster and force you to redo the whole order from scratch. Now if I close the window, I can open a new one, get back to the Pick-a-Brick page, and everything is still there as I left it. This is absolutely brilliant. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I like hunting for new pieces, especially prints and animals, so I scour the latest instructions online and jot down the parts I'm interested in. Then I used to pop to Bricks and Pieces and see if they were available for purchase, and most of the time I'd be informed that the part is out of stock. But at least I knew the part existed, and more often than not, I'd get to see the retail value too. Now this is gone. Type in a number that's not yet available, and you get an error message. You have no way of knowing if somehow you made a mistake when you copied the number, or even how much it would cost. You get nothing. Not very customer friendly, if you ask me. Neither is the keyword search that useful, to be honest. If you're looking for something really specific, like a 2x4 brick for instance, type that into the search field and you'll get way more than you bargained for. I mean, what have most of these got to do with what you ask for? I had to get to the 3rd page to finally locate a 2x4 brick, and I regret to say, that's not the worst of it. As you browse through the list of parts, you'll see some are bestsellers and others aren't. Not too big a deal, right? You get that in other stores. It's like a way to entice you to buy the bestsellers because so many others are, and why would you not want to be in like the cool LEGO kids who buy all the best bricks? Except with LEGO it's different. You see, it's like you're still browsing through 2 different and separate stores through a single interface. And what's the big deal, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you. There's a minimum charge for each store, £2.50 and £5 if you buy fewer than £10 worth of bestseller parts and regular pieces respectively. And that's on top of any shipping charges. You might order lots of parts from one side of the shop and forego the charge, but unknowingly add a single part from the other side and get slapped with a fee. Now, of course, you can check your order and delete any offending article, but this is bound to catch a few customers unawares. On top of this, before this non-merging merger, you were able to order a single piece if you wanted, and just pay for it and the postage. Now that's out of the question, well, unless you have more money than sense. Overall, I think this is a great step forward. Sure, it's not perfect, and there certainly is room for improvement, but it offers much more flexibility for finding the parts that you need. I think from my point of view, properly merging the regular and bestseller bricks would alleviate many casual customers' confusion. I'm sure there must be a good reason why the inventory has been split in that way and are kept in two separate countries. But if they could be properly combined like they used to be, it would be a huge leap forward in ease of use and customer friendliness. Anyway, I think I've gone on long enough. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll speak to you next time.